Welcome back to Dozer Park, just minutes away from first pitch between the Chiefs and the Whitecaps, game one. And also the first game that these two teams have scored off against each other this year. First game back at Dozer Park in over 2 weeks. And for the play-by-play, it is great to be back at the booth here with Larry Larson.
Thank you very much, Nico. First time that we have seen the beautiful bright green grass of Dozer Park in 16 days. Chiefs coming off series losses at Quad Cities and at South Bend, really trying to get back on the right track before it's too late here in the second half. Here's West Michigan's lineup that they'll face in tonight's series opener. Woody Haydeen leads it off. He's the second baseman. Bryce Rayner, the only top 30 guy in West Michigan's lineup here today, will bat second. Ricardo Hurtado is the DH. Andrew Soika, former Chief batting cleanup. Clayton Campbell fifth, Samuel Heel sixth. Hrustich, Delgado, and Spur 7, 8, and 9. Leonel Sequeira's first pitch is poured in for a called strike, emphatically signaled by Reginald Webb. That means we're underway. 6:36 Central Time first pitch. Sequeira working from the windup. He hurls the 0-1 downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nico mentioned in the pregame show Sequeira's last outing, a little bit rough. 6 earned runs in 4 innings, but the last time he was here, not so much. 1-1. Wave and a miss by Haydeen, the switch hitter batting left. Foul tips it into Cross's mitt. It's 1-2. Sequeira last time at Dozer Park on July 4th, 6 shutout innings. Here's 1-2. As a breaking ball just a skosh inside. 2-2. Haydeen, one of the best Whitecaps hitters for average this year, riding a 14-game on-base streak. Sequeira chucks and misses downstairs. Runs it full, 3-2. Haydeen hitting .283 through 42 games played. Does not have a homer, but .396 OBP. That'll keep you in the lineup. 3-2. He'll increase that by a few ticks. It's a leadoff walk. Fastball misses high. Leadoff man is aboard for the Whitecaps. Chiefs defense tonight behind Mr. Sequeira.
Ian Petrutz out and left. Tai Peete back in his first Dozer Park game in a couple of months in center field. Jose Suarez in right. Michael DeTalo, the third baseman. Jalen Flores at short. Encarnacion at second. Hernandez at first.
Bryce Rayner into the box, and the Tigers' number 2 prospect takes up high ball 1. Rayner, the Tigers' consensus number 2 prospect, behind none other than Max Clark. Up in AAA with Toledo. 1-0. Big wave and a miss over a slider that dove inside. Count is 1-1 on Rayner. Comes in slumping a little bit. 3 for his last 17 across his last 5 games. There's no doubt that he can really hit for some pop. The lefty waits on the 1-1 and waves and misses again. Back to the breaker by Sequeira. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rayner drafted by Detroit, 11th overall in 2024 out of the powerhouse high school program, Harvard Westlake in LA. 1-2. Down and outside, knocked down by Cross. There goes Haydeen. Throw down, not even close. Good dirt ball read by Haydeen. And a man in scoring position for Rayner in the top of the first.
Well, you know what's funny? We seem to experience a visiting player every once in a while that is actually from Harvard Westlake High School. And they have got a great, not only baseball program, but great athletics program, and Rayner, one of the most recent guys to come out of there.
He's ready for the 2-2 pitch. Outside on the fastball, 3-2. So back-to-back full counts to open up the ball game for Sequeira. Looking at the numbers on Rayner, hitting well for average this year, .284. Tied for the team lead with 9 home runs. Most of them to center or the opposite way. Payoff. He lays off a fastball outside, and that's back-to-back walks to start the ball game issued by Lionel Sequeira. In 71 and 2/3 innings, Sequeira has issued 32 walks coming in. Among the league leaders in strikeouts, 5th in the league with 81 Ks. So his command typically not a big problem. Ricardo Hurtado into the box, right on right. First pitch, fouled back. It's 0-1. This is a Whitecaps team that kind of has a rising tide lifts all ships kind of vibe going right now for it. In July, the team hitting 260, 374 OBP. Some of the best numbers in the league. 0-1. Hums to the outside corner. Fastball at 95, gets the strike call. It's 0-2. Hurtado may be an exception to that, though. Batting just 188 here in July. He waits on the 0-2 from Sequeira. And he spits on a slider. Low and outside, 1-2. Hurtado batting .227 overall, playing in his 68th game of the year. He's got some good pop from the right side, 6 home runs. Sequeira sets at the belt and brings it. Ground ball back to the mound. Sequeira has it, throws to second for one. Encarnacion over to first. It's a double play. A gift right back to the mound for Sequeira. Just like that, 2 down. Haydeen moves to third.
Much needed play there from Sequeira, and he was very calm in doing so, because sometimes you see these pitchers where they know where they want to go, but they tend to rush it a little bit, especially on those double play balls. But he was very calm and collected on it, and then Encarnacion with plenty of time to throw out the runner at first.
So here's the former Chief. Andrew Soika takes strike one. Slider on the outside corner. Chiefs fans may remember Soika from a quick end of season stint last year. 0-1 off the end of the bat, in the air, out of play, down the left field line. Quickly 0-2. Balls in the air are going to be very affected by the wind tonight. It is gusting, mostly in, a little bit towards right. Game time temperature 80 degrees. A breath, and now the 0-2. Soika grounds it down to third. DeTalo is there, has it, loops it over to first. High, Hernandez jumps, comes down, tried to tag Soika, and could not get him. The run scores, and West Michigan takes a 1-0 lead on the high throw from third base from DeTalo.
Just a routine grounder, broken bat, and DeTalo just sailed it. Hernandez, who's not the tallest guy in town, came down with it, but just a little late on the tag.
It was a valiant effort by Sammy, who's playing in his first game at first base since May 9th today. Here's Clayton Campbell. The Aussie takes up and in, ball one. Campbell coming off a big game on Sunday for West Michigan. 8-6 win over Great Lakes to lock up the series win. Campbell went 3 for 4, drove in 3 runs. He leans out of the way of the 1-0. Slider, or excuse me, a sinker up and in. 2-0. Sequeira with the fastball, sinker, changeup, slider combo. He steps and throws over to first, not in time. West Michigan was one of the worst teams, not only in the league, but in minor league baseball in the first half. They've really bounced back since. Another pitch misses up and in. 3-0 on Campbell. The Whitecaps, this is hard to believe. They finished May 4-23. They won 4 games all of May. Here in July, they've doubled that. 8-6. There's ball 4 to Campbell. Another fastball inside. And that is the 3rd walk of the inning issued by Lionel Sequeira. 1-0 West Michigan. Runners on first and second with 2 down. And Samuel Heel coming up. And Michael Lowe coming out to the pitcher's mound.
Well, there's a few different things going on here. 3 walks from Sakea is pretty uncharacteristic as far as all of them coming at once. Yes, he's walked maybe 2 or 3 in a given start. He's walked as many as 6 in a ball game this year, but that has usually not been too much of the case. He's been decent at bouncing back from these plate appearances, but not the case here in the first. And then, of course, Tatalo with the throwing error at third. Just an inning that feels like it's already getting away from the Chiefs, but just 1 run across, 2 outs.
Samuel Heel trying to keep things going. Into the righty box. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider off the low outside corner. It's 0-1. Heel having a good year hitting for average. 265. He's got 19 RBIs on the 0-1. He lines it into shallow right. It drops in front of Suarez for a base hit. Here comes Soiker rounding third. The throw to the plate is cut off. Make it 2-0 West Michigan on the RBI knock by Heel. Campbell moves from first to third. And West Michigan is threatening to push the Peoria train off the tracks before we even get to the bottom of the first. And on the corners for Stephen Hrustich. The right-hander takes strike 1. Hrustich, the right fielder tonight, maybe having the best July of anybody for the Whitecaps. 0-1. Thought about a breaking ball, but it misses low. 1-1. Hrustich hitting .284 on the season. But this month, hitting .359 with a 1,028 on base plus slugging. On the 1-1, he chops it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ruben Mene swarming out in the Chiefs bullpen just in case. That 30 pitch mark is always the number to watch for Chiefs pitchers. Usually guys don't start a new batter after that 30 pitch mark in an inning. Sakara trying not to get there. Here comes his 1-2. Up and in. Hrustich leans out of the way. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 men on with 2 out. Sakara wheels it home and ring him up. Slider on the outside corner rings up Hrustich, and Sakara shouts some exclamations into his mitt that we probably can't repeat on the air. West Michigan scores 2 in the top of the first. Chiefs will try and respond when we come back on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network. West Michigan leads it 2-0 after a half inning. Here's how the Chiefs line it up in their first game back at home since the All-Star break. Tai Peete will lead it off. Good to have him back patrolling center field at Dozer Park. Jack Gurevitch is the DH batting second. Jalen Flores hits third. Josh Cross is the cleanup man. Jose Suarez fifth. Michael DeTalo riding a 7-game on-base streak will bat sixth. Ian Petrutz, the hottest hitter in the lineup, is down hitting 7th. Sammy Hernandez 8th, and Danielo Encarnacion rounds it out batting 9th against Rainer Castillo, the right-hander for West Michigan. And Tai Peete wastes no time. Welcome back to Dozer Park, Tai Peete. So long baseball. One of the most impressive swings we've seen all year from Tai Peete. That baseball may have landed across the river in East Peoria. Leadoff shot cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1.
Well, I think he's happy to be back here at Dozer. Boy, that was a moonshot out to right. First pitch, and the Chiefs make it a one-run game. Wow, Tai Peete.
First offer to Gurevitch, the lefty pokes it out of play. It's 0-1. I wish we had a distance reading on that.
Man.
We should have one, but we don't. 0-1 to Gurevitch is pulled high and deep to right. Hrustic back, and just like that, we're tied. Tai Peete and Jack Gurevitch go back to back, and we've got a brand new ball game.
Cardiac Chiefs, how about them? Boy, Gurevitch much more on a line, and you mentioned earlier in the ball game that the ball would be blowing out maybe a little bit towards right, but also blowing in down the right field line at the same time. Gurevitch had a lot of backspin on that ball, and the Chiefs are right back within business.
Here's Flores. He takes low for ball one. Well, the home run ball has been a major part of this Chiefs team all season long, but it has kind of gone silent lately. 1-0 to Flores, rolled towards the hole at third. Heel slides, has it, throws to first on a few bounces in time to get Jalen Flores for out number one. Great play by Heel. And here's the rest of his buddies on defense.
Yeah, impressive play towards the shortstop, Rayner, and then Haydeen at second base, Campbell at first. Soika, Spur, Hrustic from left to right in the outfield. Delgado's the catcher for the Whitecaps.
Delgado has not gotten to catch much of Castillo's first few pitches. He does catch this one. Breaking ball low. 1-0 on Josh Cross. Tied at 2, bottom 1. Here comes the 1-0. Cross pops it high in the air, deep right center. Spur moving back. The ballpark will hold this one. He makes the catch on the track with some oohs and ahs in the background.
Not by much. Not by much.
So 2 up and 2 down after the back-to-back homers by Peete and Gurevitch. Here's Jose Suarez. Well, Rayner Castillo has a 6.23 ERA coming in through 15 starts. He's repeating high A after spending all of last season with West Michigan. Got a ring for his trouble. Swing and a miss by Suarez. It's 0-1. West Michigan, the reigning Midwest League champs. Got a lot of work to do if they want to get back into the postseason. They're 2.5 games back despite having a 14-10 second half record. 0-1. Suarez takes a slider down. It's 1-1. Suarez has cooled off lately, went 1 for 4 on Sunday in South Bend. He takes a big rip and a miss on a fastball on the inside part of the plate, 1-2. Where Castillo makes his money is the sinker-slider combination. When things are going well for him, he gets a lot of ground balls. 1-2 is down on the ground. A slider out in front of the plate, 2-2. When things go poorly, he can give up the long ball. Now he's coughed up 12 this season and a little bit over 56 innings. On the 2-2, Suarez taps it foul behind the plate. We will do it again. Jose in a wide open stance. Big tall frame in the righty box. 2-2. Just a tick outside. Fastball at 93, 3-2. Castillo coming off a start in which he went 5 innings, let up 5 hits and 3 earned runs against Fort Wayne. Suarez chops it to the left side, right at Rayner. He gloves it, sidearms over to first. He's got a great arm, and he uses it to deliver a strike to first and end the inning. But the Chiefs very quickly, nearly in an instant, tie this game back up. Back-to-back homers from Tai Peete and Jack Gurevitch make it 2-2 after 1. West Michigan 2 and the Chiefs 2 as we go to the top of the second inning. Leonel Sequeira misses outside on the first pitch to Anderson Delgado. Batting left-handed, it's 1-0. Lots of early action in this one. 1-0 pitch to Delgado. It's poured in for a strike. Slider in the top of the zone. 1-1. West Michigan scored 2 runs on only 1 hit in the top of the first, and then back-to-back homers in the bottom of the first for the Chiefs. Delgado chops it foul off his front foot. It's 1-2. Those back-to-back home runs have to feel like such a relief for Sequeira, who was really frustrated with himself coming off the mound at the end of the first. Takes a breath, is 1-2. Just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Delgado, who's playing in only his 5th game this season with West Michigan. 1 for 4 on Sunday with 2 strikeouts. 2-2 now. Little nubber out in front of the plate, first base side. Sequeira gets to it, bare hands and throws to first in time. Good stretch by Sammy Hernandez at first. Score at 1-3 for out number 1. Here's Caleb Spur. We're tied at 2. But beyond the Sequeira aspect of getting your starting pitcher off the hook early, for the Chiefs, they have constantly been chasing lately. First pitch to Spur, he bunts and misses. Count is 0-1. The Chiefs have scored first now just 3 times in the last 16 games. 0-1. That's a strike. Slider at the top of the zone. Quickly 0-2. Now, scoring first isn't everything. This isn't football. Who are we kidding? But it does mean something. 0-2. It's flared out of play on the first base side. We'll do it again. Especially considering how poorly that the Chiefs really in the big picture have played over the last month or so. When you're playing from behind, that adds even more pressure. 0-2 is flied high in the air to right. Routine for Suarez. Now he moves back and reaches out and makes the catch. Well, you can probably forget that routine part. No such thing in right field here tonight with that wind. But it's out number 2, no less. Back to the top of the lineup for Woody Hayden. Started that first inning mess with a walk. Chiefs 2, West Michigan 2 in the second. First offer to Hayden. Off speed, misses up high. It's 1-0. You just look at the record for the Chiefs this year when they score first. They're 23-17. When opponents score first, 18-31. Pitch misses high and outside, 2-0. Sequeira, good frame to him. Kicks and delivers. A strike. Fastball on the top shelf of the zone. 2-1. Hayden in an open stance in the lefty box. Pitch home. On the outside corner for a strike. Good fading changeup from Sequeira. That sneakily might be his best pitch. He shakes off cross and dials up the 2-2 and gets him swinging. Went to the fastball that time, wanted the gas, and it caps off a 1-2-3 top of the second inning. Good bounce back from Leonel Sequeira after 2 first-inning runs. We're knotted at 2 after 1.5 on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network and Valley Sports Live. Chiefs 2, West Michigan 2, bottom of the second inning. First offer to Michael DeTalo is rolled down to third. Heel has it, zips it across the diamond in time. 1 pitch and 1 out for Rainer Castillo in the home second. Castillo has now set down the last 4 batters after coughing up back-to-back home runs to open his night. Tai Peete and Jack Gurevitch tied it up for the Chiefs. Here's Ian Petrotz, and what a story he has been over the last few weeks. First offer to the lefty, misses up high, ball one on the slider. It's 1-0. Ian activated off the IL a few weeks back. He's played 10 games since, and he's hitting .500 across. He chops this pitch foul. Slider down below the zone, 1-1. OPS of 1,248. I think he was pretty excited to come back. 1-1. He chases a changeup down and outside. Did get a piece of it, fouled it off Anderson Delgado. 1-2. Petrotz homered over the weekend at South Bend for his second this year. More of a contact over power guy, hitting .361 through 24 games. On the 1-2. He spits on a slider. Low and inside, 2-2. Castillo steps, fires. Petrotz lashes it deep to left. Soika moves back and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Castillo. Knotted up at 2 apiece. Bottom of the second inning. Sammy Hernandez coming off a 2-for-4 day on Sunday into the righty box. He takes low, ball one. Hernandez bats in an upright, open stance. Big old bat waggle. 1-0. Rolled sharply down to third, right at heel. He fields it cleanly and nonchalantly throws it over to first in time to wrap up a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second for Rainer Castillo. So almost identical starts to this game for both starting pitchers. We remain tied at 2 as we head to the third. Well, teams with 2 first-inning runs has this game tied at 2 in the third inning. Leonel Sequeira's first pitch to Bryce Rayner finds the back door, called strike, 0-1. Rayner worked a walk in that first inning. Sequeira is 0-1. Check swing on a pitch downstairs. He went. It's 0-2. Two teams wearing blue here tonight. Chiefs in their alternate powder blue tops. Peoria across the chest in red. Red numbers on the front and back. Powder blue caps. Red bills. 0-2 to Rayner. Fastball misses outside. Fan downstairs thought that was strike 3. Reginald Webb did not. Christian Miranda, the base umpire today, by the way. Sequeira shakes off cross. Now sees what he wants. Throws. Swing and a miss. He sets him down. He wanted the fastball. And he picks up his third strikeout of the ball game with it. Nobody on for Ricardo Hurtado. West Michigan's jerseys tonight. Navy blue tops, white caps. Blocked out across the chest in blue. White numbers on the back. First pitch, wave and a miss by Hurtado. It's 0-1. Some light blue accents on those jerseys. The old English D on the right sleeve. 0-1, down and away. 1-1. And we talk about this a little bit traveling around the Midwest League about which fan bases you see the most. Big league fan bases, that would be. Now the 1-1. Hurtado watches a slider miss a tick outside, 2-1. And the Tigers are one of those sneaky fan bases that is probably a little bit bigger than most people think. 2-1, hack and a miss. Fastball in on the hands, tied him up, 2-2. Believe I see at least a few Tigers fans sitting behind the third base dugout here tonight. Now the 2-2. Inside, runs it full, 3-2. The Cardinals are definitely one of those bigger fan bases. The Cubs, obviously, one that you see a lot around here. Sekera trying not to lose Hurtado. Payoff. Inside, ball 4. Fourth walk of the ball game issued by Sekera. The command is just uncharacteristically off tonight. Andrew Soika into the box now. Chiefs 2, West Michigan 2. Top of the third inning. Soika, the lefty, hits it on a hop past the second baseman Encarnacion into right. Hurtado will stop at second base. Runners on first and second with one out. West Michigan threatening to regain the lead. That one's got to feel good for Soika. Get a base knock against your former ball club. Soika released by the Cardinals at the end of spring training, but then was very quickly picked up by West Michigan. Clayton Campbell at the plate. First offer. Chopper to the left side. Could be 2. DeTalo knocks it down, bobbles it, throws to first. Did not get him. The bases are going to be loaded up with one out in the third inning with Samuel Heel coming to the plate. He drove in a run his first time. Going to be ruled a single for Clayton Campbell. But a play that Michael DeTalo would probably tell you that he should have made. First offer to Heel. He's low and outside, ball 1. Now it's Joelme Ramirez warming up out in the bullpen. Could be a long night for the Chiefs reliever corps. Sekera at 57 pitches. Takes a breath. Let's go with a 1-0. It's down and outside. Backhand stop by Cross. 2-0. You look at the ERA, a shade under 8 for Sekera coming into tonight's start, and you might think, well, his command probably isn't very good. The pitch is chopped foul behind home plate, 2-1. But it has almost exclusively been the hard contact that has ballooned that ERA for Sekera. Leads the league in hits and home runs allowed coming into action today. 2-1. Is hit on a hop to shortstop. Flores has it. Throws to second for 1. Encarnacion the turn. It's 2. 6-4-3. Roll it up. And Sekera gets out of the jam and keeps this game tied. To the home third we go on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network, tied up at 3. We are tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Leonel Sekera gets out of a bases-loaded jam with the second double play ball he's induced this ball game. Chiefs will send up on yellow Encarnacion, Tai Peete, and Jack Gurevitch here against Rainer Castillo. 9-1-2. First offer to on yellow, popped out of play. It's 0-1. It is an excellent night for baseball in Peoria. Temperatures have cooled down. Got that nice breeze going. 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2 on yellow. Maybe that breeze isn't so nice if you're Rainer Castillo. Breeze helped 2 balls out of the ballpark back to back in the first. Now the 0-2 is low and outside. 1-2. Encarnacion in a deep slump, hitting 132 over his last 10 games. On the 1-2, it's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. even more concerning across that stretch is OPS 333. Incredibly low. Takes low and in. As a run it full, 3-2. Overall numbers for Encarnacion this year, 216 average, 7 home runs, and a solid 737 OPS. He swings and fouls it back off to our right. Battle continues. Somebody made a nice play down there. Looks like a fan in maybe a Reds jersey. 3-2 again. Fastball low and in, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to open up the home third. And here comes a baseball's worst nightmare tonight. Tai Peete. He sent the ball to its certain death his first time on the very first pitch he saw. Out to deep right. First pitch here. There goes another one. Way back to right. 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 no-doubters for Tai Peete. Four 4-2 Chiefs in the third.
I have no words. That was absolutely smoked, and it bounced off the very back of the building out there behind the right field scoreboard, and Pete with an awesome bat flip as well on the first pitch again. Wow.
Let's see if Jack Gurevitch can make it too. First offer. Outside, ball 1. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. 1-0 now. Inside, check swing, he didn't go. 2-0 on Gurevitch. I mean, we've seen plenty of 2 home run games by Chiefs this year. That's now the 7th. 2-0. Fastball misses out. 3-0 on Gurevitch. But on 2 swings and home runs of that magnitude, definitely think of Cade McGee's 2 home run game where he hit 2 onto the street, but man, 3-0. Gurevitch has the green light, comes up empty on a high fastball. 3-1.
Well, to get it done that quickly on 2 pitches. That's the other crazy thing.
3-1. They sprayed the opposite way out of play. That ball's going to find the street. Well foul. Castillo's pushed it full. Gurevitch's first inning home run, his 10th with the Chiefs. On the payoff, he spits on a slider low and in. It's ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Castillo. Still nobody out. Jalen Flores coming up. Chiefs now lead 4-2 after that 2-run shot by Ty. Jalen Flores strides to the plate. Right on right. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Nico, I got to say, we talk about this a lot because, you know, you're an umpire. You're an expert, so to speak.
Sure.
I love Reginald Webb's strike call. Really good. Maybe the best we've seen all year. That ball's cracked high in the air down the right field line, but fades well foul. It's 0-2 on Jalen. It's demonstrative. It's quick. We can see it. And the strike 3 call especially, it's a sight to behold. A few weeks ago we had an umpire that kind of had a karate chop. For him, it's a big chop. 0-2. Flores fouls it off.
It's 2 goals to being a home plate umpire. Be confident, be loud with your call.
Okay. Is that what they tell you?
That's what they tell you. And for Reginald, It's quick to the point, like you mentioned.
That's my personal favorite
Yeah.
part. I don't like a delay. Another 0-2 to Flo. He reaches for a slider and comes up empty on a pitch out in front of the plate. I think Flores might have thought he got a piece of it, but that's not the call. And he's out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. So here's Josh Cross. Chiefs ahead 4-2. 3 of those runs courtesy of Tai Peete home runs. Cross flied out to deep center his first time. Chops this one to the right side. Haydeen moves over, gloves it. Long throw to second for 1. Rayner over to first, not in time. It's going to be a tough turn. Gurevitch is forced out at second, 4-6. So man on for Jose Suarez. Suarez grounded to short in the first inning. Right-hander to right-hander. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Hey, talking about the home runs, the Chiefs are now 5 home runs shy of tying the franchise record for most in a season. 122. Record set back in 0-2. Suarez takes inside on the shins. 1-1. Now up to 117 home runs. They're in 4th place on the team's all-time list. 3rd place record is 118. 1-1. Is looped over the third baseman heel down the left field line. It's going to keep on rolling near the track. Cross to third, gets the late stop sign. He slips moving back to third, but he gets back. It's a double for Jose Suarez. Just barely over the glove of heel at third base. Really got up there on that jump attempt, but Suarez just able to pull it over the leather. The Chiefs are looking for more, leading 4-2. Dan Reichenball, the pitching coach, coming out.
Yeah, that was a very impressive leap from heel at third. I mean, he got up, but just over the glove and then all the way in the left field corner. Cross lucky to get back into third after slipping. And now the Chiefs, chance to build on this offensive performance here by the home runs early.
Quick 3-man visit. Reichenball in his 3rd season with West Michigan. Done a nice job with the staff this year. Whitecaps have one of the best team ERAs in the Midwest League. 4th in ERA, 3rd in WHIP. The Talo into the box. First pitch is a strike. Fastball splits the plate, 0-1. The Talo 0-4-1, grounded out to third in the second. The pitch. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mostly clear skies overhead, a few wispy high-level clouds above the ballpark. Castillo hurls it. The Talo takes it down and outside. 2-1. Good to see Michael DeTalo getting his bat going. Working on a 7-game on-base streak. Hitting .321 across, 9 hits. Entering that stretch, he was 1 for his last 20. 2-1 now. And his chopped foul at the plate. Got his foot. So DeTalo will take a minute to walk it off outside the right-handed box. Count is 2-2. Considering what DeTalo was able to do down in Palm Beach, you figured it was only a matter of time before he started swinging it. Hit .361 in 31 games. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's looped to shortstop, over Rayner, down into left. It's gonna score 2. The lead is now 6-2 Chiefs. It's a 2 RBI single for Michael DeTallo. Cross scores from third, Suarez from second. It's a 4-run frame in the bottom of the third. Ian Petrotz will take his turn. 8th batter of the inning. Lined out to left last inning. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Castillo's first offer is swung on and inside outed out of play down the left field line. 0-1. Castillo has really struggled against lefties. Lefties hitting to a .922 OPS against him this year. Letter high set and the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Petrotz bounces around in the lefty box. Wide open stance. Bat high above his back shoulder. On the 1-1. He takes a strike. Slider off the low outside corner. 1-2. Castillo on the first base side of the rubber. Holds the baseball behind his back. And time called by Petrotz. Castillo ready again. 1-2 pitch. Line drive, deep right center, long run for Spur at the wall. It's off the very base of the wall. DeTallo getting the windmill around third. Here's the relay. It is well offline. Gets all the way behind home plate. Petrotz scampers to third. He'll stop there. RBI double for Ian Petrotz, and this line will not stop in the bottom of the third. 5 runs in, 7-2. Some offensive explosion for the Chiefs tonight after they were shut out on Sunday. Here comes Rene Rivera, and that's going to be all for Rainer Castillo. Castillo really never able to recover after that second home run by Peete back at the start of this inning. Chiefs with 5 runs in, and West Michigan has to go to the bullpen before the third inning is over. We'll tell you about the new hurler when we come back on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network and Bally Sports Live. 7-2 Peoria over West Michigan. Only 2 2/3 innings tonight for Rainer Castillo. West Michigan goes to the bullpen and they hand the baseball to C.J. Wines as the Chiefs have opened up a 7-2 lead in the bottom of the third inning. Sammy Hernandez, the 9th batter of the frame, takes low, ball 1 from Wines. Wines has a 4.55 ERA in 31 2/3 innings, making his 26th appearance. 1-0 pitch. Hernandez rolls it towards the hole at short, knocked down by Heel, and he forgot it. Never fully got into his glove. Heel kept going, the ball didn't, and that's going to bring in a run. Petrotz in from third. It is now 8-2. So here's Aniello Encarnacion. First pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-1. RBI single for Sammy on the infield. Encarnacion opened the inning with a walk. Pitch is low. 1-1. Wines acquired by the Tigers in a trade from the Red Sox. 1-1. Breaking ball, low and in. It's the curve. 2-1. Wines, an Illinois native, born in Joliet. 2-1. Check swing from Encarnacion. He held up. A fastball low and away. 3-1. Wines opened his career at South Carolina in college and then moved on to Western Kentucky. Drafted by the Red Sox in the 6th round in 2023. Is 3-1. Well low and outside. Second walk of the inning for Aniello Encarnacion. Hernandez to second base. And here comes Tai Peete. 2 home runs under his belt on just 2 pitches. Gets a nice ovation coming to the plate. You know he's going to be eager to swing right here. Timeout called. Peete now with 7 home runs with the Chiefs this year. Came off the IL over the weekend at South Bend. First pitch from Wines. Peete still as a statue. Takes low and inside, ball 1. Slider there. 1-0. The pause. The pitch. And Peete takes low and in again. 2-0. He's probably going to see a lot of that the rest of the night. Pete's leadoff home run in the first inning, his first since May 10th. 2-0 delivery. He's fouled back behind home plate. Fastball that time, inside half, 2-1. Well, Peete acquired by the Cardinals in the Brendan Donovan trade from the Mariners. Peete was the Mariners' former first-round pick out of high school in Georgia. Sure looks the part right here with the Chiefs. 2-1. Fastball dots the outside corner. Called strike 2. Tai ranked the Cardinals' number 17 prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. Wines reads the sign. Wrenches the 2-2 home. And Peete chops it foul off his ankle. Steps out of the box. He's all good. Still 2-2. Tai listed on the roster at 6'2", 193, but maybe a little bit taller than that, maybe a little bit heavier than that. 2-2. Low and inside, he jumps out of the way. Runs it full, 3-2. Now some people look at Tai and describe him as an NFL wide receiver type build. And it's funny because he was running some routes pregame on Sunday in South Bend. Josh Cross was throwing him the football. Looked the part there. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the cutter on the inside part of the plate. You heard the oohs and ahs after that swing to end the inning. The damage is done. A massive bottom of the 3rd inning for the Chiefs. 6 runs come in to score, and they busted open. It is now 8-2 as we head to the 4th on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network. A romp in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Chiefs. They have snatched an 8-2 lead in this game. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Here's Nico Horning on play-by-play.
Strike one on the outside corner to Steven Hrustic here in the top of the fourth inning. Chiefs 8, Whitecaps 2. What a third inning for Peoria. Wave and a miss by Hrustic. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. 5 hits, including Pete's home run, couple of base hits, couple doubles. 0-2. Another swing and a miss. And Sequeira begins the fourth inning with a strikeout on Hrustic, and there's one gone. Fourth strikeout of the night for Sequeira. And that brings up Henderson Delgado. Grounded out right back to Sequeira in the second inning. Left-handed hitter with one away. Sequeira winds and deals. Swinging a foul back right over the netting. Hits off a sweet window and then bounces to a fan in the second row. And she grabs it. She's got 2 little kids next to her. Now she's got to figure out which kid to hand it to. 0-1 is a backdoor breaking ball in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Just a much-needed offensive outbreak for the Chiefs in the third inning after they were down 2-0 in the first. 0-2. Wave and a miss. Sequeira back-to-back punch-outs to begin the fourth inning. Hrustic and Delgado both down. And now it's the bottom of the order, Caleb Spur. But it appears that Sequeira's night is done. Jason Erie, acting manager for the Chiefs, makes the trot out to the mound. And Joelme Ramirez on to come out of the Peoria bullpen here with 2 away in the fourth inning. Well, Sequeira, just like last time, ends his outing on another good note here this week. Gets the first 2 outs via a strikeout. 8-2 Chiefs lead. We'll be back after this pitching change. Joelme Ramirez on for the Chiefs here with 2 away in the top of the fourth inning. Peoria leads it 8-2. Leonel Sequeira exits after 3 2/3. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both unearned, walked 4, and struck out 5. Recorded 66 pitches here today in his start. And now Ramirez, right-handed thrower, winds and tosses, and delivers the first pitch high to the right-handed hitting Caleb Spur, who flied out to right in the second. 1-0 pitch is just off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. A lot of room up the middle of the infield. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a pop-up that drifts foul behind the netting. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. To finish up on Sequeira, the numbers are deceiving because, yes, he's gotten hit around pretty well in few of his starts this year. 2-1. Swing and a foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But the Chiefs have actually scored the most runs a game when he has been the starting pitcher out of any starter for the Chiefs this season. And it proved again tonight. Chiefs lead at 8-2. Pitch way outside. Cross has to go backhanded in the left-handed box. And the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 away. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a chopper up the middle. Flores comes over, makes the forehand play, throws on the run to first. Inning is complete. Ramirez comes in and induces a ground ball to end the top of the fourth inning. Peoria leads at 8-2, heading into the bottom half on the Chiefs Baseball Network. The Chiefs' bats have been hot tonight, and they come up again here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 8-2 Peoria over West Michigan. First game of the week here at Dozer Park. First game here at this ballpark in over 2 weeks. Chiefs are on the road on both ends of the All-Star break. It's Jack Gurevitch to lead things off. Left-handed hitter, the pitch. Goes all the way to the backstop for ball 1. Right near the shoe tops of Gurevitch. And it's 1-0. Gurevitch had a homer in the first inning. Tai Peete and Gurevitch went back-to-back. The 1-0 on the way is a breaking ball that never really broke. It stayed high and away for ball 2. C.J. Wines is back out there in relief for West Michigan in replacement of Rainer Castillo. 2-0 pitch. That's a fastball, but it's just inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Infield to pole. A lot of hitting room on the left side of the infield. Also some hitting room in right center. The center fielder Spur is a couple of steps to his right. Winds out of the stretch with nobody on. 3-0 pitch. Fastball. Catches the outside corner. And it's 3-1. And speaking of Tai Peete, hit another home run last inning. So he's got 2. Gurevitch has 1. Chiefs with 118 homers on the season. 3-1. Swinging a line drive that goes all the way down the left field line, and it's fair into the corner. Gurevitch rounds first. He's on his way to second, and an easy jog into second base. A leadoff double for Gurevitch. Gurevitch is having quite a ball game. A homer, a walk, and now a double to lead off the 4th. Well, we talked about it. A lot of room on the left side. Gurevitch read that. And he took a hard ground ball, maybe a couple of feet inside the left field line, on the ground all the way to the wall. And Gurevitch finds himself on second. Here's Jalen Flores. Right-handed batter, and the righty Wines deals. Swinging a foul back. It's 0-1. This time the center fielder Spur is a few steps towards right field with hitting room in left center. Chiefs 8, Whitecaps 2. Nobody out. Gurevitch on second, and the count's 0-1. Flores is 0 for 2. A ground out, and he is struck out. 0-1 pitch. Flores swings and misses, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Flores batting .251 on the year. He's got 10 homers, 58 runs batted in. That is the 7th best mark in the Midwest League. He's got white batting gloves tonight, white cleats with a tint of red. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball off to the right over the Chiefs dugout. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Gurevitch has also put together a really solid July so far. And yes, he's had a couple of home runs. He's also had some stretches where he has maybe just gone, let's say, 1 for 4 with a base hit, but very quiet, solid month. Batting .300 here in July. 0-2. Swing and a foul ball again off to the right side. Flores stays alive. Chiefs dropped 2 of 3 this past weekend at South Bend. They are 19-29 on the road this year, but at home, seems like it's a safe spot for the Chiefs. 22-19, and they have put up 8 runs tonight. 0-2 pitch, way outside, and the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peoria leads at 8-2. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That wind was absolutely howling out towards right. Probably helped carry a couple of those early home runs out of here. Pete's was destroyed. Gurevitch was more on a line towards right. 1-2. Swing and a opposite field fly ball to right. Hrustic moves back. He's going to catch it. And Gurevitch tags up from second. He's on his way to third. The throw's cut off. And so Flores moves Gurevitch from second to third with this sacrifice. 1 away here in the 4th. So here is Josh Cross. And the pitch to him. Swing and a foul off to the left. And it's 0-1. So Gurevitch just got out at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch. Swing and a foul tip by Cross. And it's 1-2. Pitch. Chase and a miss. And that ends the inning. So Gurevitch was tagged out at third. And now Cross strikes out. All right, Chiefs 8, Whitecaps 2, heading into the 5th here on the Chiefs Baseball Network. So Jawilme Ramirez faces 1 batter, and his night is complete. And that brings in Nate Dome in relief for the Chiefs. 8-2 Peoria. His first pitch is a fastball low to Woody Haydeen. And it's 1-0. Dome 1-4 on the year, 7.19 ERA. 1-0 is a fastball that catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. 16th appearance for him. He has started 11 of those. Here's the 1-1. And breaking ball low and in. 2 balls and a strike. Chiefs evened it up at 2 in the first inning and then scored 6 in the third. 2-1. Swing and a ground ball hit softly towards second. Encarnacion scoops it in, throws to first, and there's 1 away to begin the 5th inning. So Haydeen is retired, and that brings up Bryce Rayner. Rayner, left-handed hitting shortstop. Walked in the first inning and then struck out in the third. The pitch. He takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. Played just 35 games last year. And he had to recover from a shoulder injury trying to dive back into first on a pickoff attempt. 1-0 is way high. 2 balls and no strikes. He ended up dislocating his shoulder and tore his labrum. And now he is back and trying to get back in the groove of things. 2-0 is a strike on the outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Says he drinks a lot of milk since his injury. 2-1. That's well inside. 3 balls and a strike. And really the hardest part is trying to figure out now whether it's the swing, whether it's throwing motion, how to actually do what you did before. 3-1. Way high and in. And so Dome walks Rayner here with 1 away. That's the second walk tonight for Rayner. And now it is Ricardo Hurtado. Right-handed hitting DH. Grounded into a double play in the first inning, walked in the third. Righty on righty here. The pitch. And he takes high for ball 1. Larry mentioned that Rayner went to Harvard Westlake High School in Southern California a couple innings ago, but he was also the 11th overall pick in 2024, 2 spots behind Connor Griffin. 1-0 is fouled back, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So had a strong showing this year in spring training, coming back from that shoulder injury. Just 20 years old. 1-1. Swing and a high pop-up. This is drifting behind the netting. Cross giving chase all the way to the screen. And it just went over the net. Good effort by Josh Cross. Actually, it stayed on the side of the net towards the field, but Cross couldn't come up with it. So the count's 1-2. Hurtado from Venezuela Speaking of walks, he has really increased his walk rate this year. He had 29 last year to 92 strikeouts. This year he's got 55 walks already and just 73 Ks. 1-2 from Dome. Is a fastball that strikes him out at the knees. And there's 2 away. Now here's Andrew Soika. Left-handed batter. Pitch is a called strike at the top. And it's 0-1. Soika scored on an error in the first inning and then singled in the third. From Huntington Beach, California. Played ball at Cal State Northridge. And the 0-1 on the way. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 73 at-bats with the Chiefs last year. Hit 164, had a home run in 20 games with Peoria. And now with the Tigers, here's the 1-1 from Dome. He waves and misses right over an off-speed pitch. And the count's 1-2. So again, Dome in relief. Sequeira started this ball game. He threw 3 2/3 innings. And then Ramirez retired the final batter of that 3rd inning, or that 4th inning. And then Dome here in the 5th. Chiefs lead at 8-2. Pitch. Check swing. Soika held back. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is about as good of weather as you can have here in central Illinois in, middle of July now. 2-2. Swing and a foul back. You got a nice breeze. Temperatures now in the high 70s. It just feels great. It was only a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago by now, where it was 95 or so here. No wind at night. Everything's sticky. 2-2. It is a foul tip into Cross's glove, and Dome strikes him out. 2 punch-outs for Dome to end the 5th. Chiefs still with an 8-2 advantage here in Game 1 against West Michigan this year. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th on the other side on the Chiefs Baseball Network and Valley Sports Live. Bottom 5 here at Dozer Park. Chiefs with an 8-2 lead. And Jose Suarez to lead things off for Peoria, followed by Michael DeTalo and Ian Petrutz. 5, 6, and 7. First pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. New pitcher into the ball game, Jalen Evans. Right-handed thrower, stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, 215 pounds. Next pitch is a swing and a foul back, 1-1. Evans, 27 years old, and he is from Detroit. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a soft line drive, hit foul to the right, 1-2. So the Tigers signed him earlier this year in January, and he is from Warren, Michigan, which is less than 20 miles outside of Detroit. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul off of the mask of Delgado. Suarez stays alive. Evans had never pitched for a major league organization before this signing this year. He's been playing some indie ball since his college days. Pulls a fastball way outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But to get a chance to play for your hometown team, at least organization, is awesome. So here he is with a 2-2 count. Ooh, just off the plate. Suarez pulls back on the check swing, and the count's full, 3-2. Takes a breath, and the righty fires. Suarez gets a piece again, fouls it back. And the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Evans has a 5.46 ERA. This is his 24th appearance. Lowers the glove, throws. And a fastball just outside. What a take by Suarez. And so that's how this 5th inning gets underway. Suarez draws a walk. And now Michael Detallo, right-handed hitter, steps in. Detallo's 1 for 2. Drove in a couple in the 3rd after bouncing out to 3rd in the 2nd. Lazy throw over to 1st, and Suarez back in there sliding safely. Detallo now riding an 8-game on-base streak. Only 3 strikeouts. Suarez goes for 2nd. The pitch is in there for a strike. The throw down is on target on a hop, but it's just late. Suarez has stolen bag number 19. Counts 0-1 on Detallo. Talked to Chiefs manager Roberto Espinoza a couple weeks ago about Suarez, and again, not the fastest guy and not the slowest either, but a very, very good base runner. 0-1 is a heater that misses just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Evans he's been right around the zone here this inning. Just good takes by Chiefs hitters. Infield to pole for Detallo. Center fielder Spur is about 10 steps towards right. Suarez breaks for 3rd. The ball's high and in, and Delgado drops it. Suarez swipes 3rd. How about that? Jose Suarez got 20 stolens now on the year. So a runner 90 feet away from scoring. And Detallo at the plate. Nobody out. Infield all coming in. 2-1 pitch. Is a fastball that catches the inside corner for a strike. 2-2. Outfield remains where they're at. Infield all in front of the bags. 8-2 Chiefs, bottom 5. The pitch is a wave and a miss by Detallo. He chased a slider towards the outside. And there's 1 away. So now Ian Petrutz comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Petrutz has been on a different level since he returned off the IL. First pitch. He watches a fastball stay inside for ball 1. He's been batting .500. And he's got a hit now in 11 straight since he returned with a knee injury. 1-0 pitch. He swings on this one and flies it out to deep left. Soika inched in at first, now back, and he catches. Suarez breaks, and he'll cross home rather easily. Ian Petrutz with a sacrifice fly here with now 2 outs in the 5th inning. It's 9-2 Peoria. And that might be one of the most impressive features that we've seen from Petrutz. We know he's got some pop, but it's been the base hits. It's been taking what the pitcher's giving you, a sac fly here and there. Really doing a nice job of spreading out where he's hitting the ball. Sammy Hernandez takes the first pitch ball low. It's 1-0. So 2 gone for Sammy. Another Chiefs hitter that's 1 for 2 tonight. 1-0 pitch is a fastball for a strike at the knees. 1-1. Chiefs lead at 9-2 over the Whitecaps. Here at the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 away, bases empty. 1-1. Hernandez chases and misses downstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A breath and a pitch. And a tip into Delgado's glove. Inning over. Chiefs add another. sac fly for Petrutz. 9-2. Peoria heading into the 6th. Nate Dome returns to the mound for his second inning of work. The Chiefs with a 9-2 advantage here to open up this 6-game homestand this week and to begin this 6th inning. First pitch, Clayton Campbell crushes one down the left field line, well foul. On to Jefferson, but way foul. And so it's 0-1. Dome's got his pants up high, red socks showing. Turns, throws. And a strike on the outside. It's a quick 0-2 on Campbell. Flores a few steps to his right. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive, hit back up to center, and it drops right in front of Tai Peete. Leadoff base hit for Campbell. Nice piece of hitting. And so that's how the 6th inning gets underway. Campbell's got 2 hits tonight. And that brings up Samuel Keel. Base hit in the first inning for him, and then he bounced into a double play in the 3rd. Righty on righty matchup. Dome with a set at the chest. Toss, swing and a miss from Keel, and it's 0-1. Larry alluded to it a little bit earlier. Campbell from Australia. He's born in New Zealand, and he's the first Tigers player to be from New Zealand on any one of their teams in the farm system. Ball misses high and tight, 1-1. And so he was born in New Zealand before he really emerged as a prospect in Australia. There's the 1-1 from Dome. Slider catches the outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Campbell on first. Keel at the plate. Chiefs lead at 9-2 in the top of the 6th inning. Dome throws. Swing in an opposite field. Line drive into right. Suarez angling to his left. He makes the catch a couple of steps in front of the warning track for the first out. And that brings up Steven Hrustich. He struck out twice tonight. Campbell was a standout two-way player for Australia for its Little League team. Little League World Series 2016. And he threw a 14 strikeout complete game to beat Curacao. What a performance. Dome throws to Hrustich. And he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. No New Zealand-born player has reached the majors before. And just a few in the minors. So you can add Campbell to that list. 0-1 as well outside with the slider. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's so many major leaguers here in the U.S., I think, that have fond memories of their Little League World Series experiences. I always think of Bryce Harper. 1-1 is below the knees, 2 balls and a strike. But that's definitely something you remember forever because that's your first real big experience, big exposure.
Yeah, I always think Cody Bellinger,
yes,
right?
Belly. A few names I'm forgetting. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a tapper foul towards the Chiefs dugout. 2-2. Trying to think who else might have played for a Little League team that went pretty far.
I think Reginald Webb might have caught something in his face or his eye here.
Oh, yeah. Kylie Gilbert, Chiefs trainer, is trying to insert something in his eye.
Going eye drops here.
Yeah. Jerickson Profar, Michael Conforto, a couple of major leaguers that played in the Little League World Series. All right, Webb looks to be all right. Puts the helmet back on. Gilbert back into the dugout. Counts 2-2 on Hrustic. Campbell on first, 1 away. Chiefs lead at 9-2. And the top of the 6th inning. Dome delivers. Swinging another foul ball off to the right. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2 offering. And that's off of Cross's glove, but Campbell stays at first. Counts 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hrustic actually went to college at Michigan. So you have Evans, who was the pitcher last inning, in relief. A Detroit native. And then Hrustic playing his collegiate ball in the same state. Payoff here from Dome. Swinging a foul off to the right. So the count remains full with 1 away. If you're just joining us, West Michigan led off this game with a 2-0 lead in the first. Chiefs tied it up. Back-to-back homers from Peete and Gurevitch. Here's the 3-2. And it's low. So Dome walks Hrustic, and what a plate appearance by Hrustic. First time he's been on board tonight. Campbell goes to second. So 2 on with 1 away, and that brings up the catcher, Anderson Delgado. Switch hitter, he'll bat from the left side. He's 0 for 2. Chiefs put up 6 runs in the 3rd inning, and they added another in the 5th. 9-2 Peoria. Day game tomorrow here at Dozer Park. First pitch. Dome leaves a fastball outside for ball 1. And it's 1-0. Tomorrow is splash day. So is Sunday. And it's funny because you can never fully time where you want to actually have the splash days according to the weather. Tomorrow's still going to be warm. But it's not going to be one of those 95-degree humid days.
No, it's going to be something like 75,
which is I'll take it.
Better than the alternative.
Oh yeah.
But for a splash day, maybe that's the one day of the year that you'd want to be 95 degrees,
right.
And instead it's just going to be nice and comfortable.
Yeah. Well, come on out. 2-0. Swing and a pop-up. Left side, drifting out into shallow left. Flores, the shortstop, called off by the left fielder. Petruzzi drops it. He picks it up with his bare hand, throws to third, and DeTalo tags out the runner. Well, it went from a catastrophic play to a productive play, in one sense. 2 outs. Flores and Petruzzi were converging right at each other, and then Petruzzi called off Flores in the last second.
They called infield fly.
Wow. Okay.
Double play. Hence why DeTalo applied the tag at third rather than the force. Wow.
All right. We've got that. And then what was the other one earlier? Gurevitch
getting doubled
up, leaving the base early. Baseball for you. Chiefs in front, 9-2. Bottom 6. Chiefs 9, Whitecaps 2. Bottom 6. Encarnacion goes around 3/4 of the way for strike 1. New pitcher in for West Michigan. Carlos Licorica. 0-1. Swing and a soft chopper up third base line, foul. And it's quickly 0-2. Encarnacion walked twice in the 3rd inning. He got up twice, and so did the on-deck batter, Tai Peete, in that 3rd inning. Infield to pull for the righty Encarnacion. Check swings here. They appeal down to first. Unsuccessful, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Licorica from Miami, 25 years of age. 6'2", right-handed pitcher. Glove below his belt. Offers and misses low and away with the ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Liquorica is the 4th Whitecaps pitcher tonight. 2-2 pitch. High and in. And it's 3-2 on Encarnacion. This is his 7th game facing the Whitecaps. First this year. And he's 4 for 19 coming into this ball game with a homer. Payoff pitch is a fastball inside. Encarnacion draws his 3rd walk of the ball game. Sometimes it's not about how you do it or being fancy about it, but walks the same as a single. And so Encarnacion ends up at first. And now Tai Peete, who was homered twice tonight, and he did so on his first 2 pitches he saw. Left-handed power hitter pitch. He chases and misses. 0-1. That's a really good first pitch from Liquorica. Outside corner. Peete absolutely demolished the first 2 he saw. Here's the 0-1. He chases and misses again. The changeup this time that's low. He goes around and it's 0-2. Chiefs in front 9-2. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Encarnacion on first. This Chiefs crowd trying to get Peete riled up. Powder blue batting gloves for him to go along with the jerseys tonight. 0-2 is outside. And it's 1-2. And if you're Liquorica here, I think that's a really smart move. He's throwing everything to the outside corner. Peete went around the first 2 times. First 2 pitches Peete saw were definitely on the inner half, right over the plate. 1-2 pitch is downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Encarnacion on first. Chiefs in front 9-2. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And the next offering. He swings and lofts it into foul territory down the left field line, and it's foul. So the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peete, the 17th overall Cardinals prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. And the 2-2 is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Liquorica using up all the pitch clock here. Infield to pull for Peete. Outfield also a couple of steps towards right. And the pitch. Swing and a tapper off of Peete. Foul ball. Count is full. The fastball right down the middle at 92. Peete knew he missed it. Peete from Riverdale, Georgia and Atlanta. Very small town. Has just 1 stoplight. And it doesn't even turn red, green, or yellow. It just blinks red. Here's the payoff. And Peete watches strike 3. Lower inside corner. He took all his stuff off as he was going to trot down to first. But home plate umpire Reginald Webb rung him up. So finally 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. After Peete went deep twice, he struck out the last 2 at-bats. And now Gurevitch, the other hot hitter tonight. Swings and lofts one out towards deep right center field. Gurevitch going back. He's at the wall. He looks back. It is gone. That's a pair of 2-run bombs tonight for the Chiefs. Pete went deep twice. Gurevitch has his second homer of the night. 2-run homer for the Chiefs here in the 6th. It's 11-2. Right under the right field scoreboard, onto the concourse, another line drive shot that got out in a hurry for Gurevitch. That is the 119th homer for the Chiefs. 3 away from tying the record. Now Flores stands there and takes the ball.
You know, right off the bat, Nico, I wasn't sure if Gurevitch got all of it, but he was sure.
Yep.
It was a changeup, lower part of the zone. Really had to put an impressive swing on it to get it out, and he did.
1-0 is well outside. 2 balls and no strikes. It's funny because you try and not to read into the body language because you think you have a good command on it by now of whether a ball is going to be gone or not, but half the time these batters just know. They know what it sounds like off their bat, off their swing. 2-0. Flores smacks one right back up the middle into left center. It's trickling all the way into the gap, and a nice sliding stop by the left fielder Soika to prevent it from reaching the wall. So 1 out single for Flores. Josh Cross. He'll bat from the left side here. Switch hitter. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Chiefs came into this ball game 9 homers in the last 21 games. Pitch is outside, 2-0. And they've got 4 tonight. 9 in their last 21, 4-1. 4 homers a game was something the Chiefs did in some of May and June. Ground ball hit hard to short. Backhanded by Rayner. He throws all the way to first, and Campbell digs it out of the dirt for out number 2. Flores goes to second on the ground out. Cross is retired. Here's Jose Suarez. (11-2) Chiefs. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, they've added 2 more this inning, thanks to a 2-run shot by Gurevitch. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive that sinks into right field. Flores getting the wave around third. The throw comes in, and it's late. Flores slides in safely. An RBI single for Suarez. It's a double-digit ball game. 12-2 Chiefs here in the 6th. The hits keep on coming for Peoria. Make it 11 hits, 12 runs to show for it. And 2 outs still here in the 6th inning for Michael DiTallo. Righty on righty, the pitch. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side, 0-1. Chiefs trailed 2-0 tonight. 0-1 to DiTallo. He swings and smacks one out to right center field. And it bounces off the base of the wall. DiTallo to second. Suarez getting the wave in from third. The throw is well late. Suarez stands up at the plate. DiTallo's got an RBI double with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 13-2 Peoria. DiTallo's second hit of the night. And it is an offensive onslaught for the Chiefs. Much needed game, much needed offensive performance. And you could argue it started with DiTallo's 3-run homer in the 9th just a week and a half ago. It was a Friday night game at Quad Cities. Chiefs had really played 3 games that were tough to swallow, allowed quite a few runs to Quad Cities. Ian Petrutz takes a ball inside. It's 1-0. And then DiTallo after the Chiefs had already come back from 6 runs, put them ahead again for the second time in that game. Chiefs went on to win again the next day. They lost that Sunday before the break. 1-0 is a swing and a line drive, hit well out towards left. Soika moving back, and it hangs up just enough for him to make the catch. Chiefs add a few more. It's now 13-2 Peoria as we head into the 7th inning. The Chiefs looking to hold on to their first win against West Michigan here in the first game against them this year. 7th inning coming up.
Nate Dome back out now, pitching with an even bigger lead. It's 13-2 Chiefs. And his first pitch of the top of the 7th misses up and into Caleb Spur. It's 1-0. Alongside Nico Horning, I'm Larry Larson. Thanks for joining us on your Tuesday night. 1-0. Sweeps in for a called strike. On the slider, it's 1-1. If you want to let us know where you're tuned in from tonight, shoot us an email, larryl@peoriachiefs.com. 1-1 is down and inside near the long navy blue socks of Caleb Spur. 2-1.
It's a tradition unlike any other here on the Chiefs broadcast. Let's say that again. What's the email?
That would be larryl@peoriachiefs.com. 2-1. Down. Ball 3.
Boom. Real quick, speaking of a tradition unlike any other, we are not going to the Masters next year.
Well, speak for one of us. I might still have a shot. I did not enter the ticket pool, by the way. 3-1. It's popped up foul behind home plate.
What, are you sneaking in?
I don't know. You never know. You never know. Spur 0 for 2. Fly out and ground out. Dome working in his 3rd inning of work. Payoff pitch. Misses up high, ball 4.
Remind me, you have been outside of Augusta before?
I've been in Augusta, not Augusta National.
Sure.
I've been to Augusta, Georgia. There's a Hooters across the street from Augusta National. I've driven by that.
Nice. Sight to see.
That's one way to look at it. Here's Woody Hadeen. He swings and pops it up. Third base side. DeTolo into foul territory. Tracking it. He makes the catch. So Hadeen fouls out for out number 1. Makes him 0 for 3. He did walk in the first inning. Here's Bryce Rayner. He's got 2 walks tonight and a strikeout in between them. Dome continuing his dominance out of the bullpen here tonight. Misses up high, ball 1. Nate has not allowed an earned run out of the bullpen this year. 1-0 serve. Misses in. Fastball at 95, 2-0. So for Nate, it's now with 2 1/3 innings tonight. He's thrown 13 relief innings without an earned run. 2-0 is down low. Rayner at 6'3", 195. Waits and takes low and in. Near the shoot tops, that's his 3rd walk tonight. Part of what makes his profile so tantalizing is that patience. And we've seen it tonight. West Michigan trying to punch back in this ball game. They trail 13-2, and they're going to have to do it against a new pitcher. Jason Erie, Chiefs acting manager, strides out of the dugout, and he will go back to the bullpen. Dome showing a little frustration on the mound, but another good outing for him tonight. Command a little bit spotty, but he made it work. He leaves with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Chiefs up by 11 on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network. New pitcher is Ruben Maynes. Runners on first and second, one out, top of the 7th inning. West Michigan at the plate. They trailed the Chiefs 13-2. Numbers on Maynes here this year. Comes in with a 4.73 ERA through 19 appearances, 32 and a third innings. Maynes will face Ricardo Hurtado. Right-handed batter, comes in 0 for 2 with a walk. First offer, here it is. Chopper down to third. DeTalo gloves it, steps on third for 1. Toss across, there's 2. The Chiefs roll up another one. It's their third double play tonight, and they keep West Michigan off the board once again. Time to stretch at Dozer Park. All Chiefs so far tonight, they lead 13-2. All stretched out at Dozer Park. It's been a fun one for the Chiefs in their return to Dozer. It's 13-2 over West Michigan in the series opener. First offer to Sammy Hernandez misses outside from Carlos Lacarica. Right-hander back out. Hernandez 1 for 3, drove in a run on an RBI single back in that big third inning and make it 2 for 4. Hits one on the screws on a line up the middle. It's a leadoff knock in the home 7th. Back-to-back 2-hit ball games for Sammy. Here's Aniello Encarnacion, who is 0 for 0. 3 walks for him tonight. Right on right, first pitch. Ground ball slowly rolled up the middle. Rayner gets to it. Glove flip to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. Rayner jumping up and down in shallow right. They had a real chance at a really slick double play there. It would have been a very tough turn. But West Michigan cuts down the lead runner. So Aniello is on ahead of Tai Peete. 2 home runs tonight on the first 2 pitches he saw. Since then, 2 strikeouts. Could become the first Chief with a 3-homer game this year. First pitch, swing and a foul tip. Slider on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Part of what makes a game like tonight so fun is the crowd reaction. 0-1. Peete ropes it down the right field line. Fair ball. It's going to crash all the way to the wall. It deadens off the fence. Encarnacion getting the wave home. Peete flying into third. He's got a stand-up 3-bagger. (14-2) Chiefs in the 7th inning, and it's the Tai Peete show in Peoria. Turned on a changeup out over the heart of the plate. Blistered 102 on a line. So a man on third for Jack Gurevitch. He's also got 2 home runs tonight. First pitch to Gurv. Is drilled the opposite way. Way back to left. Soika back. He jumps. He can't get it. Number 3 for Jack Gurevitch tonight. The first 3-homer game by a Chief in over 2 years. Chiefs 16, West Michigan 2 in the 7th inning. That's going to be all for Lake Eureka. Rene Rivera, the manager, out to get him. And a lefty coming on for West Michigan out of the bullpen. A night to remember for the Chiefs, a night to forget for the Whitecaps. Stay with us. Tonight is the kind of night where you do not want to pitch as an opposing team at Dozer Park. Ethan Sloan is tasked with trying to slow down this Chiefs offense that has hung 16 runs on 15 hits. Jack Gurevitch just popped his 3rd home run tonight. Jalen Flores, the first man to face Sloan. He dribbles it on the first base line. Campbell backhands, flips to Sloan, who zips over to first in time to get Flores. Good play there, 3-1 put out. And that's out number 2. Sloan has an ERA of 9 even. 25 innings, 25 earned runs, making his 22nd appearance of the season. He'll face Josh Cross here. He'll bat right-handed. So the Chiefs have hit 5 home runs tonight. It means they're 2 shy of tying their franchise season record. Pitch is popped up out of play, onto the stadium roof. It's 0-1. "120 home runs on the year. When it rains, it pours." That pitch is popped up out of play on the first base side. It's 0-2. So we are really now on record watch. That 3-homer game for Gurevitch is his 2nd multi-home run game this month. Had one at Quad Cities before the All-Star break. It's the first Chief 3-home run game since Michael Curiali. That pitch is hit on a line right at the second baseman, Haydeen. He crouches down and makes the catch in front of his face on the screamer. 104 off Cross's bat. Inning over, but not before. More damage. RBI triple for Tai Peete. 2-run homer for Jack Gurevitch. The 3rd Jack attack tonight. 16-2 Chiefs. Welcome to the jam indeed. 16 runs on 15 hits, 5 home runs for the Chiefs tonight. They lead 16-2 over West Michigan. First offer to Andrew Soika is smashed foul on the first base line. It's 0-1. Ruben Mayne's back out there. He finished the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1. Misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball hacked over and missed. 1-2 on Soika. Had a single back in the 3rd. Reached on an error and came in to score in the 1st inning. West Michigan had their only 2 runs of the game back in the 1st. 1-2. Jam shot flare into left. Down for a second base hit for Soika. And his return to Dozer Park. Leadoff single in the top of the 8th inning. Well, Nico, I'm happy to report that we got an email. We actually got 2. The first one is from your mom. Tuned in from EDH, California. I'm going to need you to explain EDH. First pitch to Clayton Campbell, misses low and outside. It's 1-0. I imagine that's just the old Californian terminology.
Well, you know, you take the 5 to 205 and 405.
1-0. Campbell fouls it back.
That would be good old El Dorado Hills.
Ah, there you go.
A Sacramento suburb, if you will.
Your mom says, go easy on Nico after his red-eye flight back to Chicago
Well, the
last
Chiefs
night.
have not gone easy.
No. Breaking ball rolled down to third. Could it be another double play? Detallo to second for one, and they don't get either out, or excuse me, they're going to get one at first. They did not get the out at second as Encarnacion came off the bag. So that's going to be a 5-4-3 put out. Soika safe at second, as if we haven't seen enough weirdness in this ball game.
That's a good point. Some interesting calls tonight. One that went unnoticed. And then a lot of offense from the Chiefs.
First offer to Heel. Breaking ball is a called strike. It's 0-1. Our second email is from our friend Robert, who asks a very valid question.
Okay.
He said, why does it still show Tai Peete on the IL? Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And I did not realize until just now I had Tai Peete both listed on the injured list and the active roster on the Chiefs roster. So thanks to our friend Robert for catching that. Keeping us honest. Breaking
You have
ball
to.
down.
A lot of twos for Pete. 2 homers, 2 names on the roster, 2 different places.
Mayonnaise steps off.
Here's a question for you. What if there was a the 2 Max Muncies we were talking about a couple weeks ago were on the same roster? One was active and one was on the IL. How would you? I guess they'd have different numbers.
They would have different numbers and different birthdays, different years of their birthday. 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Because remember, both Max Muncies have the same birthday.
Yeah.
We went over that a while back. Mayonnaise, let's go the 2-2. Heel takes it outside on the curveball. 3-2. Speaking of baseball weirdness, Yankees Pirates last night was an interesting one. Payoff to Heel, swinging a foul back into the top of the screen. We'll do it again. The bench is cleared in what may be a baseball first. The bench is cleared in a spat over the pitch clock. Jose Caballero was executing his usual gamesmanship as Heel takes upstairs, ball 4. Runners on first and second for West Michigan with 1 out in the top of the 8th. 16-2, Chiefs lead it. But Jose Caballero of the Yankees, he likes to wait until the last possible second to engage with the pitcher. As you can imagine, pitchers, they don't love that. They would prefer he would engage maybe with 10, 12, 13 seconds left on the pitch timer. First offer to Hrustich is popped up back towards the booth. Nico wanted to make a play on it, but instead it landed on the roof. Sorry, Nico. I know that's disappointing. It's 0-1.
Well, now I got blinds blocking me here.
Yeah, I don't know where those came from. They've been here all along, but they have
not been down.
crept their way down towards our windows. Breaking ball up high, 1-1. But anyways, a Pirates pitcher last night decided to take exception. He blew Caballero a kiss after getting him to ground out. And that's also baseball speak for come fight me, please. 1-1 is down, 2-1. Hrustich is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2-1 him. It is popped up into center. Peete hustling in. It's dropping into shallow right, and it gets down. Soika stops at third base. Everybody moves up 90, and the Whitecaps have loaded him up with 1 out in the 8th. Right into the triangle between Peete, Suarez, and Encarnacion. the center fielder, right fielder, and second baseman. And that's going to prompt a mound visit from Michael Lowe. Another baseball headline that has us keeping an eye on the big league scoreboard. How about the Boston Red Sox?
Unbelievable.
14 consecutive wins to come back from the depths. Their game tonight was postponed at Fenway Park, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow to find out if they can tie a franchise record with their 15th consecutive win. But coming into action today, they held the third wild card spot in the AL by a game and a half. After being almost completely out of the picture. Meeting is over. Here's Delgado. First pitch. Drops in. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. Strike called. It's 0-1. Other scores today. Angels have opened up a 5-0 first inning lead over the Cardinals in Anaheim. 0-1. Ground ball on the first base line. Hernandez has it. Throws to second for one. Flores back to first. Got him. Double play. Double play, deja vu all night long for the Chiefs defense. That is their 5th tonight. And it keeps the score 16-2 Chiefs as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Chiefs are on their way to avoiding a 3-game losing streak. They lead 16-2 over West Michigan to open up this 6-game set. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jose Suarez leads it off and pops up the first pitch. First base side, foul ground. Campbell over there on the track, he overran it. It glanced off his glove and dropped on the warning track. New life for Jose Suarez, count is 0-1. And if you're the Whitecaps, you can't help but think, it's just one of those nights. 5 double plays, including a few freaky ones. 0-1. Suarez swings and foul, tips it into Delgado's mitt. It's 0-2. Suarez has 2 hits. He scored 3 runs, reached on a walk in the 5th. Here comes the 0-2. Hit on the screws up the middle and through. 3-hit night for Jose. Michael DeTallo to the plate, hoping to join that 3-hit party. 3-hit game for Suarez, his first since July 2nd. First offer to DeTallo, strike 1. Slider at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. How about a little this date in baseball history? A few really good nights for the Chiefs at the plate tonight as DeTallo loops it out of play. It's 0-2. But nothing could top what Mr. Lou Flick did on this date in 1946 in a minor league game. Sloan with the set and the 0-2. Ground ball left side. Rayner hurls it to second for one. Haydeen over to first. Roll it up. West Michigan responds with their own double play. 6-4-3 twin killing. So brings up Ian Petrotz. So on this date in 1946, Lou Flick was playing for the Little Rock Travelers against Memphis. And he started his game by collecting 9 consecutive hits in a single game. He went 9 for 10 in a 19-inning game. 0-1, check swing, ground ball back towards the mound. Sloan gets to it, steps and throws to first. Not in time. Ian beats it out. An oopsie daisy bunt single of sorts. Kind of a check swing on a pitch in on the hands. It works out for him. Once again, everything going right for Ian Petrutz. His second hit tonight, now has an 11-game hit streak. Here's Sammy Hernandez. Right-handed batter, left-handed thrower. Chiefs up 16-2 in the 8th. First pitch is a strike. So get this. Flick's good day didn't stop there. Went 9 for 10. That was game 1 of a doubleheader. He turned around and got to play another game. Hernandez wraps it foul. It's 0-2. He got 3 more hits in game 2, and he finished the doubleheader 12 for 13 in the Southern Association game. 0-2 to Sammy. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. He went around, and that will end the inning. Ethan Sloan slows down the Chiefs' offense in the bottom of the 8th and holds them scoreless. Score remains 16-2 Chiefs. Last chance for West Michigan coming up next on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network and Valley Sports Live. Family Affair by Mary J. Blige booming through the Dozer Park speakers, which means Trey Poozer is on the mound to make his Cardinals organizational debut. Player to be named later, just picked up in the Chris Roycroft trade, coming over from the Rays organization. He gets a nice low-pressure spot to introduce himself to his new pals. Chiefs leading 16-2. First offer to Caleb Spur misses upstairs. It's 1-0. Poozer, the right-hander, 6'4", 200, 1-0. Has popped up. Fastball in on the hands, out of play on the first base side. It's 1-1. Poozer has had kind of a wacky and wild start to his pro career. 1-1. Line drive out of play. 1-2. Poozer was originally drafted by the Rays out of Kentucky in 2024. Got to make his pro debut in his hometown of Charleston, South Carolina. 1-2. Is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Played for the Charleston River Dogs, the Rays High A affiliate. Got called up to Bowling Green earlier this year, High A. 2-2. Line drive up the middle and through. It's a leadoff single for Caleb Spur in the top of the 9th inning. Back to the top of the lineup for Woody Haydeen. Poozer drafted out of Kentucky, but he pitched 3 seasons before that at the College of Charleston. So the Charleston ties run deep for Trey. First offer to Haydeen. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Poozer this season with Bowling Green, 12 earned runs in 17 2/3 innings, ERA over 6. Misses up and away to Haydeen, 1-1. With Charleston, he was dominant. 1.97 ERA and 32 frames to get that call up. He serves the 1-1. Haydeen watches a strike. Fastball at 91 on the low outside corner. 1-2. Poozer primarily works with the 3-pitch mix, fastball, slider, changeup. Sets above the belt. Hurls home. Down and in. Missed on the slider. 2-2. Had the chance to work with Trey last year in Charleston. Consummate pro, hard worker, It's going to be a nice add to the org. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and there goes the bat, sailing into the stands. It's a memorable first strikeout for Trey Poozer in the Cardinals organization. Fans are letting Woody Haydeen have it. Everybody's okay, but that bat cleared the net on the first base side. Oh, wow. One down in the top of the ninth. Bryce Rayner chops the first pitch foul. It's 0-1.
You described it perfectly. Usually you see it at least, even if it's flung really hard right into the net, maybe the dugout. This thing sailed way over the net into the, fifth row? Wow.
Maybe sixth. 0-1. Strike called. Quickly 0-2. Rayner has 3 walks and a strikeout tonight. Hey, before we maybe get another double play ball, we got to guess the attendance in here. We do have an official attendance figure, and we have all our guesses. We'll get to that after the 0-2. His tapped foul. We'll do it again. Nico guesses 1,824. Rob guesses 1,002. Michael says 1,245. Lyle goes a little bit lower. I like it. Safe play, 892. Next 0-2. Locks him up. Strike 3 called. Fastball on the high inside edge. Back-to-back Ks for Poozer. And West Michigan is down to its final out. Tonight's winner tonight, again, it's been a while, so the closest without going over is tonight's winner. And tonight, that is Michael. Line drive up the middle. That's a second base hit here in the ninth for West Michigan. 2-out knock for Ricardo Hurtado. Extends the game for Andrew Soika. Nico just missed. He went heavy. Nico, you missed it by 23. Tonight's actual attendance is 1,801.
Damn.
And that crowd of 1,801 has been entertained. 16-2 Chiefs. First pitch to Soika, wave and a miss on a fastball up in the zone. It's 0-1. Poozer donning long red sleeves. Chucks the 0-1. Swinging a foul back, and West Michigan is down to its final strike. Back at it tomorrow a little bit earlier. Nico mentioned it earlier, but it's a splash day. 12:05 Central Time first pitch. Hope you can join us. Jacob Odell on the mound for the Chiefs. That's always fun. Poozer readies and gears up for the 0-2. Misses up high. 1-2. Spur off second. Hurtado off first. The 1-2 offer is flicked into shallow center. That dumps down for a base hit. Spur rounds third. He's going to score. Throw goes to third to keep Hurtado at second base. It's an RBI knock for Andrew Soika. And West Michigan with a touching tribute to Chris Paul. 16-3. Oh, wow. The fans are chanting at the other fans to keep Woody Haydeen's bat. Stadium management over to get the bat, to get it back to Haydeen. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-0, and I think they just walked away without the bat. No, they've got it. Good eyes, Nico, good eyes. 1-0 pitch to Campbell is outside, 2-0. The bat is intact. It's not broken, still perfectly good as far as we know. So hopefully those fans can maybe get a prize or something. 2-0 is fouled back. 2-1. Nico, you gave me a look like you didn't get the Chris Paul reference.
No. A little behind on that one.
You might have to Google it. 2-1. Breaking ball misses outside. 3-1. Basically, there was an NBA game where Chris Paul's team, I forgot what even team he was on at this point.
Clippers, Suns.
One of those. They were down big, and he hit a 3 to cut it to like 35. Swinging a pop-up out of play. West Michigan down to its final strike again. And the announcer joked, Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut it to 41. So that was the reference.
I think I do remember that, actually.
Okay. So what you're telling me is I didn't do a good enough job alluding to that.
Well,
Thanks.
I wouldn't have remembered in the first place.
Payoff. Outside, ball 4. Loads up the bases. And Michael Lowe will jog out to the mound for a quick chat with Poozer. It is 16-3, top of the 9th inning. Thanks for sticking around with us. Oh, you've got the call pulled up now.
I do.
It was a Suns game, I see.
Yep. They were down 42 against the Mavericks. Game 7 of the 2022 Western semifinals.
Who was on the call? Nico's now listening to that call.
It's on my other headphones.
Oh, hey, we'll get there. All right, bases loaded, 2 down. Samuel Heel at the plate in the 9th. He'd take strike 1. Slider at the top of the zone from Trey Poozer. Right-hander warming up just in case out in the Chiefs bullpen. And if you're West Michigan, the goal is to get to the next pitcher. 0-1. Slider just a bit low. Got a lot of the plate. Didn't get the call. 1-1. Trey has the sign. Rips it home. Swing and a foul back. Back behind home plate. 1-2. Poozer with a new baseball. Trying to put an end to a great night for the Chiefs. 1-2. Down low. 2-2.
After further review, the video was Kevin Harlan, who was calling the actual game, but the actual audio on that video was the Kawhi Leonard buzzer beater when Chris Paul hit the 3. So it was a joke there.
Oh.
The Kawhi Leonard Toronto famous shot in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, they put the audio over the Chris Paul shot.
2-2. Way up high. 3-2. A lively crowd for a 13-run ball game. The payoff. Ground ball right side. This'll end it. Encarnacion throws to first, and that's all she wrote. The Chiefs were shut out Sunday afternoon in South Bend, and tonight they ripped off 16 runs on 17 hits. And Chiefs pitching holds the Whitecaps to only 3 runs in a dominant series opening win.
Yeah, fun win tonight. Just a much-needed offensive performance, I think, was the biggest takeaway for me. And the bullpen was really good throughout as well. Got to give a lot of credit to them. But again, this Chiefs offense, we know how good they've been really during the bulk of the year. And they've hit a bit of a hiatus in the last month or so. Yes, they've had some recent promotions to Springfield and et cetera. But tonight was just a huge offensive game, and that really sets the tone for the rest of the week. This team is still in it. if you're talking about the playoff race, and of course every team's in it, it's still early enough. But the Chiefs only 5 games out or so, and you need some of these wins to string together. And what a better opportunity than to do it against West Michigan, which is a really solid East Division opponent.
How about Jack Gurevitch tonight? 4 for 4, a double, and 3 home runs. The first 3-homer game by a Chief since May of 2024.
And he wasn't just pulling the ball. The third homer was hit the opposite way.
And that's maybe what he does best.
Yeah, and the first 2 just on a line over right. Really, really impressive outing from him. Just phenomenal.
Tai Peete also with a phenomenal ball game, 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and a triple. One of the best nights of the season at the plate for the Chiefs.
What a return off the injured list for him. I mean, 2 homers on 2 pitches, and they were no doubters, and then a triple later in the game. Really, really good stuff from Pete.
16-3, the final score tonight. That'll do it for me, for everybody up here in the press box, working hard to make this game possible. And for my partner, Nico Horning, this is Larry Larson, thanking you for joining us tonight. Join us again tomorrow afternoon as we'll get started just barely afternoon at 12:05 Central Time, which means the pregame show starts
11:50
Central Time. Nico's got you covered with the postgame show. That's coming up next. He'll break this one down for you. It'll be a fun breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the other side of this break on the Peoria Chiefs Baseball Network.